Welcome to part 6 of walking on the Route 119 warpath in Washington, Pennsylvania. The most scenic part of Route 119 right here. I'm not 119, Route 19. I walk on 119 in Connellsville. But anyways, back to Charlie Sheen. Now, my friends, you know what? Charlie Sheen is like a man of the 80s. And you can tell by his conversation with Alex Jones. I knew everything that he said. Like I said, we're in the middle of an information revolution, and anytime you can give the liberal press anything to spin, I mean, they totally spun everything that he said. And we're talking about a man who's stuck in the 80s in his head with conversation, you know, like Dr. Savage covered the other night. Back in the 80s, 80s TV, 80s movies, they were so violent. And they're still, Hollywood's a very bloody gun, you know, but you can't, like, in a conversation, he was actually talking with his buddies, you know. So we knew that by listening to Alex Jones, that he was talking with his buddies on the show about, you know, heads hitting the floor and I'll cut your head off and things like that. But you can't say that stuff because the liberal left, they were waiting for him to, so they totally spun it. I mean, everybody didn't realize he was just having a buddy conversation. It was like talk radio with sports guys, you know, they sit around. I hear some things come out of sports guys' mouths that, you know, they could spin, but they're always waiting for someone like Charlie Sheen to. So, but anyways, what makes me sad, here's what I want to cover with Charlie Sheen. Something I went through. Men are at war with the liberal domestic. When it comes to children, domestic relations is terrible on men. Trust me, I've been through 2 divorces, you know, and children and youth, they're always looking for you. It's like you're at war. You're at constant war with the ex, and they're looking for you to slip up. So I knew as soon as he said that, I didn't realize Charlie had little kids, but when I knew that if they were kids of little, you know, like early teens or younger, which I thought they were early teens, that he was going to get a knock on his door from the libertards and that run those domestic relations, and like Savage says, they're basically the Nazi chicks with their hair tied back, and they don't like men. That's basically, Savage doesn't say it like that, but that's how I say it, because every time I make a paycheck to domestic relations, I say to the Nazis. But anyways, what about President Obama and Michelle Obama? They have parties every freaking weekend. You know, why isn't children and youth after their kids? Their kids are little. What the heck? And this guy, he's the biggest terrorist in the world, man. He destroyed the Gulf. That's what makes me mad. Talk about liberals. I was just thinking about this coming up that one hill back there. You know, you liberals right now, as I talk, there's a liberal in a town somewhere in America going after people who smoke cigarettes out on the road, or like right now. They're trying to pass laws so even a person walking along the road smoking a cigarette against the law. Meanwhile, your president, who you will defend in chat rooms till you're dead, till you're 99 years old, that this guy was the greatest president, that he was the best thing since sliced bread. This guy, through toxic chemicals, and destroyed the Gulf of Mexico by covering up, by making all that oil sink to the bottom. He basically stopped the Gulf Stream from, that's why it's so cold in Europe this winter, because there's no Gulf Stream to heat the freaking Europe, all right? There was no Gulf Stream to to come up and heat us either up here. And yeah, so we had a really cold winter. But anyways, this guy right now, as I breathe or you breathe, you're breathing in chemicals from the Gulf of Mexico 20 billion times more than someone smoking a cigarette, and you'll never attack your president on being a freaking eco-terrorist. President Obama should be in jail for being an eco-terrorist for what they did to the Gulf of Mexico. They totally destroyed. Okay, and then tell me this. Why is everybody else allowed to drill in the Gulf of Mexico and America can't? Okay, what the heck's what's with that? And you're not on them about, of course, you guys, you liberals think that this is gonna be, you're gonna see windmills all the way from here to Mexico. Wrong. Oil is it, man. Face it. And the bottom line is, we're sitting on more oil than Arabia or the Middle East ever had. I mean, we got oil, there's oil under my feet right now here in Western Pennsylvania. They can drill anytime. May as well face it, we're never gonna be driving freaking electric cars and whatever you want, running cars on corn. You guys are just causing a more food problem with the whole world. You're the same people that we're all those poor starving people over in Africa, and you're the same person that you're destroying their food supply because you want all the poor air we breathe. Save a tree. Oh boy. I'll see you in the next part. I'm just majorly freedom talk today. How about it? Hope you enjoyed the scenery. This is beautiful Western Pennsylvania. See you in the next part.